Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Tuesday, February 10, 2026. In the headlines, manhunt underway after prisoner escapes custody while at the General Hospital. Cade Kellon Richards charged with capital murder in death of Alejandro Let Hippolyte. Greenbridge decorations vandalized hours after independence celebrations. Health officials confirmed 3 active tuberculosis cases. Also in the news, regionally, Cuba faces deepening fuel crisis as U.S. sanctions ground flights. Internationally, Reform UK rallies as Labour grapples with Epstein scandal. Plus, in the sports news, female Maroon Warriors set for crucial World Cup tune-up against Sri Lanka, while NLA ups the ante with $350,000 sponsorship for Intercall 2026.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
I'm Kenroy Baptiste with Network News. Thanks for joining us. What began as a routine day at the General Hospital quickly escalated into a major security alert after a prisoner escaped police custody during a hospital visit today. Shania McIntosh has more details.
The incident triggered an immediate manhunt as law enforcement agencies mobilized resources to recapture the escaped inmates. The prisoner was last seen wearing a yellow t-shirt, running into the bushes in the vicinity of the General Hospital. Officers from the Rapid Response Unit of the Royal Grenada Police Force and prison officers were observed combing through dense vegetation surrounding the area in an intensive search effort. The Coast Guard Division also joined the operation, deploying vessels to patrol and secure the coastal waters near the hospital to prevent escape by sea. The escaped prisoner has been identified as Edwin Lawrence, a resident of Labari, St. George. Individuals from his community say he is commonly known by the alias Runner. As the search continues, a drone has been deployed to assist officers on the ground, providing aerial surveillance to cover difficult terrain and expand the search area. GBN will continue to monitor this developing situation and bring you updates as more information becomes available. Reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
A 42-year-old man is now facing a charge of capital murder in connection with the death of 22-year-old Alejandro Let Hippolyte of Croshu, St. Andrew. Shania McIntosh tells us more.
Cade Kellon Richards, a farmer of Mongay, St. George, appeared at the St. George No. 1 Magistrate Court on Tuesday, where he was formally charged with capital murder for unlawfully causing the death of Alejandro Let Hippolyte. The charge stems from police investigations into a fatal chopping incident, which occurred on February 6, 2026 at Cafe St. Andrew. Alejandro Let Hippolyte, a student, died from her injuries, triggered stirring national outrage and deep sorrow within her community. Richards was represented in court by attorney Jerry Edwin, who spoke with GBN following the court proceedings. Edwin outlined the legal position of his client and indicated that this matter is still at an early stage.
I will tell you that we will not go through a preliminary inquiry in any of these matters. My intention is that they move swiftly to the High Court and that justice be handled, as the Bible says, like it's rolling down a mighty stream. This is the kind of case we do not linger. I think the community needs to have justice swiftly because there were several gaps here that could have likely been avoided. Nonetheless, justice will be served in this case.
In addition to the capital murder charge, Richard was also charged with several other serious offenses, including attempted rape, sexual assault, assault with a deadly instrument, and wounding, arising from separate police investigations. Although Richard had previously been granted bail in January 2026 and was scheduled to return to court on February 11th, the court today denied bail and ordered that he be remanded to His Majesty Prison. GBN also spoke with Richard's sister following the court appearance. She expressed frustration and exhaustion over the unfolding situation.
To live with this guy on their back every time, so they only protecting girl and he gonna spend 5 years and come out of jail and do the same thing over and over. Tired of living so, tired of living in fear.
Richards is expected to make his first court appearance for the capital murder charge on March 2nd, 2026 at the Grenville Magistrate Court. Reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
Well, as the country continues to grapple with the heartbreaking tragedy of last Friday's murder, Minister for Social Development and Gender Affairs Gloria Thomas is calling for urgent national reflection on how women are treated and how boys are raised. Friday's incident was the latest case on gender-based violence in Grenada, a crime that is disturbingly prevalent and has left many victims and families grieving over the years.
I think as a people, we need to take a deeper look at how we treat women, how we respond to women, and how we conduct ourselves when it comes to gender relations. And I believe that if we get everyone on board, less of those incidents will occur and we'll have less of those incidents to deal with.
That call came from Social Development and Gender Affairs Minister Gloria Thomas during Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing. Her comments followed the country's first homicide for the year, the brutal killing of 22-year-old student Alejandra Let-Hippolyte of Crowshoe St. Andrew in what authorities have described as a brutal act of gender-based violence. The accused, 42-year-old farmer Cade Richards of Mount Gay St. George's, described as a repeat offender who was recently released from prison, has been remanded on several serious charges relating to multiple incidents, including capital murder in connection with Let-Hippolyte's death. As the ministry intensifies public sensitization efforts and pushes for stronger legislation to protect women and girls, Minister Thomas said the case highlights that gender-based violence extends far beyond domestic spaces. She noted that while Grenada has been recognized regionally for leading initiatives to combat gender-based violence, the reality on the ground remains deeply troubling. The minister pointed to ongoing interventions by the ministry and called on women's organizations, churches, and civil society to strengthen collaboration.
We need to reduce the number of gender-based violence in this country. When we check their sizes, most of the cases are sexual-related cases, and that says something very concerning for us as a people.
With most sexual offenses committed by men, Minister Thomas stressed that addressing the crisis must include changes in how boys are raised.
We leave the boys to roam. We leave the boys out of order, and we fleece boys, but they are out there picking up the bad habits, doing what is antisocial and creating a lot of problem. When you look around, you go to a school fair, small children, you see trying to gyrate on the girls, and people laughing and they clapping. I'm not amused by that. And I think even as men on the street, you hear how they speak to a woman when she passes. You hear the comments they make. And I see our men very much disrespectful to our women. That is not far from rape.
She said meaningful change requires national action, from homes and schools to faith-based groups and lawmakers. Minister Thomas reaffirmed the commitment of the Ministry of Social Development to continue its advocacy and intervention efforts to end gender-based violence.
Deidre Silly reporting there. An attorney at law is calling for the construction of a separate facility to house mentally compromised inmates, saying meaningful reform is needed to prevent future loss of life. More details in this report.
Attorney Jerry Edwin, representing the accused in the Alejandra Let Hippolyte murder case, is threatening legal action against the government of Grenada, citing what he describes as long-standing failures in the treatment and housing of mentally challenged inmates. He says the tragic case involving Cade Richards exposes systemic neglect by successive governments in addressing the needs of mentally compromised prisoners. Edwin claims the case is marred by allegations that Richards had assaulted at least 2 other females prior to the most recent incident, which he says points to a lack of resources and accountability within the prison system.
It is well known, Cade Richards was an inmate who suffered from mental capacity, a lack of mental capacity. But at the prison, there is a general mix of persons who lack mental capacity and the general population.
Edwin confirmed that Richards, who he says is mentally challenged, was serving a sentence for a sex-related offense, but was released early without undergoing a psychological evaluation. He argues that this failure further underscores the need for mentally compromised inmates to be housed separately from the general prison population. According to Edwin, there are nearly 30 inmates at the Richmond Hill prison who are bona fide mentally incapacitated. He said the Richards case should serve as a wake-up call.
It is time. This is a wake-up call. We must build a separate facility different from Richmond Hill. We have suggested it be at the psychiatric center in Mongay so that these persons, like Cade Richards, can be treated at this facility.
Edwin warned that unless the situation is addressed urgently, Grenada risks experiencing more tragedies.
Let us not blame a person who lacks capacity for losing self-control. In Grenada, we do not have a defense of insanity. So we are literally trying persons, sending them to jail when they are insane. It's time for us to stop this.
He threatened to file a lawsuit against the government of Grenada, arguing that the commingling of mentally ill inmates with the general prison population created foreseeable danger.
Because what we feared most has in fact occurred. And it has occurred in the worst circumstance, where an inmate has been released early without a psychiatric or psychological exam.
Attorney Jerry Edwin is representing Cade Richards in the murder case, which remains before the court. For GBN News, Janelle Dick.
A moment of silence was observed at this morning's Public Workers Union press conference in remembrance of Alejandra Let Hippolyte, the young woman who tragically lost her life last Friday. The rest of the details in this Chrislina John report.
While the press conference was convened to provide updates on pressing issues affecting union members, proceedings began with a solemn reflection on the recent tragedy. President of the Public Workers Union, Daisy Hazard, used the opportunity to raise questions and call for accountability and stronger action in response to the incident.
And we wonder, how did our system allow this? How did our country allow a known perpetrator, a known offender, who to all reports and allegations has had a career of violating women and young girls for a span of 19 years and more, who has served time on more than one occasion, and why wasn't our society just placed on a state of high alert? What happened? What caused the persons in possession of that information, our law enforcement officer, the security apparatus of our country, largely led by men? What caused them to be so comfortable and to be so at ease that the entire nation did not know, wasn't forcibly confronted with the knowledge that there was an evil spirit operating within our society?
Chairperson of the men's arm of the Public Workers Union, Hugh Williams, also addressed the gathering, speaking from a male's perspective on the responsibility of men in society. He noted that the recent acts of violence against women, including rape and murder, have deeply shaken communities across the country.
Every act of violence against a woman is an act against the very fabric of our family and society. We must confront the truth. Silence and indifference makes us complicit. But as men, we carry a responsibility to protect, to respect, and stand against all form of abuse. It's not enough to condemn these acts, but we must act. Teach our sons respect, model dignity in our relationships, and intervene when we see these signs of harm. Violence against women is not a woman's issue or women's issue. It's a human issue. And men must lead the change. Let us rise as protectors, not perpetrators. And to the family of Alejandra Hippolyte, I want to extend my greatest condolence and sympathy to the family.
Adding her voice to the discussion, Assistant Secretary Hermione Elcock called for the implementation of the long-discussed sex offenders registry. She said the recent events have heightened fear among women and girls and shared her personal concern for the safety of her daughter.
I am sick and tired of people talking. I do not want to be one of those who are talking. I would like to see action. I know that social services, they are overburdened and they are family members as well, and they are doing their best, but I would like to see that something come out of it. I do not want to be another one calling for a registry. I want to see the registry. I want to be aware because I feel uncomfortable.
The union statement underscored growing public concern over gender-based violence and renewed calls for concrete measures to protect women and ensure justice. Christina John, GBN News.
Coming up in Network News. Health officials confirmed 3 active tuberculosis cases and urge public vigilance. Plus, Green Bridge decorations vandalized hours after independence celebrations.
The I in Ariza stands for you, our members. Your goals matter to us. When you speak, we listen and we act. That's why we've rolled out new deposit rates to help your money work harder. We're offering 4.25% on retirement accounts, 4% on educational savings, and 3.5% on 5-year fixed deposits. We're helping you save on your mortgage. Switch to Ariza and enjoy rates as low as 3.99% plus 50% off legal and processing fees. We are also making it easier to get on the road. Get 100% vehicle financing with rates of just 5% on the purchase of a new vehicle. And if you already have a loan for a recent model, we'll help you switch and enjoy better rates. And for our loyal members, we've designed the Ariza Advantage account, which gives you the VIP experience you deserve. You requested, we responded, you received.
This is the Ariza promise. Better value, better service, members first.
Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
GRENLEC Community Partnership Initiative.
The Ursula Childhood Development Center repairs could not have come in a more timely manner. So we were able to upgrade to a facility where the children can learn and thrive. The upgrades of the center included fixing of the roof. We were able to increase the numbers of children that now presently attends the daycare. We extend a hearty thank you to GRENLEC for affording that.
GRENLEC, energizing our Grenada.
My name is Dr. Abigail Noel, and I am the head of department at the Accident and Emergency Department. One thing I love about Mount Sinai is their spirit of collaboration. They came in with ideas that have transformed our department in real time. The implementation of ID bands for every patient that comes through the emergency department. That has decreased patient errors. They have implemented defibrillators on every ward. Thus far, 128 staff members have been trained in defibrillator use. The huddle system is basically small meeting with all team members. It improves communication between staff members as well as with patients. This transformation means everything to the emergency department and by extension the health system of Grenada.
This Valentine, celebrate under the stars at Love Fest. Saturday, February 14th at Quarantine Point Recreational Park from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Featuring all the way from Antigua, Burning Flames. Also live, Sabrina Francis, Rita, and Ultimate Perfections Band, Pan Wizards, and more. General admission starts at $100. Grab a couple special for only $180 while stocks last. Tickets are available at Grenadian Optical, Eventbrite, and GoToFed.com. Upgrade your experience with our bottle service, Sweetheart Table for Two, or a more private Cupid's Cabana. Our Love Fest partners, Lashington Agency, Sunrise Airways, Netherlands Insurance, GBN, Boss FM, Grenada Tourism Authority, Flow. Produced by Upstage. Love Fest is on Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th, starting 6 p.m. at Quarantine Point.
Camahorn Boat, a powerful multimedia production, presented at Carafesta 15, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. One big performance, only at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, 7th March at 7 p.m. The Camahorn Boat is the ship of state, Grenada, sailing to its destiny. The Camahorn Boat is a call for unity, an exciting story about patriotism, played out by Grenada's best acting talents, featuring Samuel Ogilvie, Robert White, Debbie Gilchrist, Bianchi Toussaint, Dillian Walters, and others. Come out and join us in celebrating our Grenadianness on Saturday, 7th March, 7 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Admission almost free. Advance tickets are $50, $65 at the door. Your ticket outlets: Giddens Pharmacy Grand Anse, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceline Mall, Mitchell's Pharmacy Grand Anse, 3B's Shoe Store, downtown St. George, and other places. Bring out the entire family and enjoy a wonderful evening of Grenadian theater on 7th March at Grenada Trade Center, 7 p.m.
Get unbeatable value you'll love. Find it only at Quartz. We've got the best range in appliances, electronics, furniture, and so much more with the best quality and the best prices. Get a free gift with purchase on select items. Save 20% on select bases when you purchase the matching mattress. Take advantage of great deals and huge savings. Treat yourself. Keep your cash with Quartz Ready Finance. Unbeatable value only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2026.
Grenada, the countdown is on for the most exciting relay showdown in the nation. The IMA National Relay Meet, plotted for Saturday, February 21st, 2026, 3 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come witness speed, relentless competition, and heart-pounding relays that will keep you at the edge of your seats from start to finish. The island's fastest teams will battle for glory, but who will rise to the top and claim the prizes? You have to be there to see live. Admission finish line $50, main stand $30, secondary stand $20, and bleachers $15. Children 12 and under pay $15 for main and secondary stands, and bleachers
features. Get your tickets. Feel the speed. The IMA National Relay Meet 2026. The ultimate relay experience.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep, including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you run, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you run, come true. Next time, next time, next time, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
For 35 years, one name has stood with us. Through the storms and sunshine, we've been by your side. Whether you're on the road, at sea, on site, or at home, with Grenadian
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're back at Television Center. According to health officials, 3 active cases of tuberculosis, commonly known as TB, have already been identified this year. This is notable as Grenada typically records 2 to 3 confirmed cases annually. Shania McIntosh reports.
The Ministry of Health says the affected individuals are currently in isolation and receiving appropriate medical treatment as efforts continue to prevent further spread of the disease. Tuberculosis is a chronic bacterial infection that most often affects the lungs but can also impact other organs. The disease is spread through respiratory droplets when an infected person coughs or sneezes, usually after prolonged close contact. Health Health officials explain that the bacteria can remain dormant in the body for years, a condition known as latent TB infection. Only persons with active TB are considered contagious. Symptoms of active tuberculosis include a persistent cough, fever, fatigue, and unexplained weight loss. While the disease is curable with a 6-month course of antibiotics, it can be fatal if left untreated.
Tuberculosis causes a significant number of deaths globally, so it is life-threatening for the persons who develop the disease and they do not receive treatment.
Chief Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Sean Charles, is urging the public to take precautionary measures. He advises persons with respiratory symptoms to always cover their mouths when coughing or sneezing and to practice frequent hand washing to reduce the risk of transmission. Dr. Charles also warned that tuberculosis can lead to serious complications, including kidney problems, which may become life-threatening if not properly managed. The Ministry of Health is currently conducting extensive contact tracing and providing preventive treatment to those who may have been exposed. Officials are appealing to the public for cooperation as they work to contain the spread and protect the health of the wider community. Reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
All right, let's bring you up to speed now with this story. What was meant to add ambience to the Green Bridge and Stadium area was vandalized mere hours after Grenada's Independence Day celebrations. Christina John has this report.
The historic and famous Green Bridge, which has been abandoned for years, was brought to life just in time for the 52nd anniversary of Grenada's independence, adding to the aesthetics in and around the National Cricket Stadium and the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. However, today, members of the community are aggrieved, expressing disappointment as some individuals chose to strip the bridge of the national colors.
Gone without a trace, Anthony Howard, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Town of St. George, said this initiative, which took hours leading into late night, was vandalized by some unscrupulous human. Highlighting the extensive effort that went into the beautification, Howard said their intent was to have it remain in place for the upcoming Carifta Games.
You know, we were shocked on Sunday morning when the member passed by. I noticed that a sheet of the yellow was taken down, and which is the length of the bridge. Actually, it's like over 100 feet long. Then this morning, we got a phone call that the other items are taken down. Okay, which is a total of I would say at least 700 feet of material that's gone. You know, and it was rather strange because just if you go by the bridge, you would notice that the person apparently just pulled the items down. You know, so I'm not quite sure exactly why it was done. You know, what were the motives? But you know, to just walk in and take up items like this that we put down, we spend a lot of time doing this. And to have this as the end result, to me, it's rather disappointing, especially when we were hoping that it would stay up until Carifta. The Carifta Games coming through, and we thought it would be a nice piece, you know, to add some benches and stuff like that. It's quite a visual impact because you had tourists that kept on, you know, not just tourists and locals, but coming through and constantly taking pictures. People were pausing here to take pictures.
For him, the most valuable aspect in all this was the time dedicated by residents. He said the waterways on both sides of the bridge yielded no trace of the material.
The thing is, if you see something, say something, you know, and that's what we ask you to do. I mean, if you are there and you happen to see anyone climbing on the bridge at a very strange hour, you know, yeah, we were up there at a strange hour because we were trying to beat the deadline, you know, for the independence celebration. But for those who, anyone happened to see anyone the last couple of nights, you know, on the bridge, you know, taking items down, we ask that you reach out to the police and let them know, you know, what you see. I mean, the whole idea that quantity of material was taken down. There's no way that someone with even a small car, can just take it and put it in there. It's a whole lot of material.
With some decorations still affixed, Howard said there will be increasing surveillance in the area to safeguard what's left of their efforts. The chairman said if called upon to do anything for Carifta, he's willing and ready to assist.
I have no problems when it comes to community involvement. I mean, that's who I am, and I'm sure the other members of the team will gladly assist. I mean, if someone come up with a material and say, hey, look, let's redo this, let's send a message to them. I'm quite certain that some of the guys will actually get involved and be willing to step up. The guys and gals, I'm sorry.
This incident has once again raised concern about the vandalism of community-led initiatives and the need for greater public respect for shared spaces. Christina John, GBN News.
Photographer Arthur Winner on Tuesday handed over an initial collection of photos taken during Grenada's revolution. The handover was made to the president of the Grenada National Trust, Daryl Brathwaite. The photos paint a vivid picture of life during one of Grenada's most storied eras. Reporter Deidre Seeley has this special ISOR report.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISOR is brought to you by Clearvision.
Oh, I got my glasses from Clearvision Eye Center.
I got my glasses at Clearvision Eye Center.
Clearvision Eye Center.
Clearvision Eye Center.
Trove of mostly black and white photos captures Grenada's then political leaders, including former Prime Minister Maurice Bishop, and chronicles government projects such as the construction of the international airport at Point Salines, as well as official visits from leaders like Samora Machel, former president of Mozambique. Winner, who once worked as the official photographer for the government of Grenada, describes himself as a servant of the people. He said he saved the photos at the fall of the revolution in 1983, but was recently inspired to hand them over.
I happened to see online an interview with a young American whose mother was Grenadian, Mr. Williams, I think, on the city steps of New York. And he gave the most eloquent, fluent description of his love of Grenada. Prompted me to go up and find these photographs, which I had really rescued after the invasion that took place in Grenada, because I thought that they had value then, and I think if this influences one Grenadian child and makes them have this understanding of who they are and what Grenada is, then the job is satisfactory to me.
Daryl Brathwaite, president of the Grenada National Trust Fund, explained that the photos would be used as part of a national exhibition and eventually become part of the country's national archives upon establishment.
We are hoping to have a national exhibition as soon as we can organize it, but most importantly, we are in talks with government now in the setting up of a national archive. This is a national treasure. This is owned by the people, and we are going to be scanning all of these photos, so we have digital copies, and the originals would have to be kept in a national archive, which must be done this year.
Ruggles Ferguson, who worked alongside Winner as the head of the government's media center, shared similar sentiments.
I do believe that we need to preserve our history. It's an area that not only we in Grenada are weak but generally throughout the Caribbean and this part of the world.
Winner, who has many more photos from that era of the country's history, is committed to handing them over to the people of Grenada. Reporting for GBN News, I am Deidre Seeley.
All right, thank you very much, sir, for doing that. After the break, Public Accounts Committee Chair renews call for Reporting Officer Corporation, and Canadian High Commissioner visits Crochet Collective, empowering young women.
Grenada, something good is coming. It's closer than you think. A small moment can change your whole day. A new kind of fun is about to begin. Grenada, your day's about to pop.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store, or call 442-8602, 459-4325, or 416-8467 for further information.
Do you own an antique, a classic, a custom-built car or motorcycle, or a fully loaded modern car or truck? Come, show off your ride. Register now to be part of Grenada Auto Fest, and you can win part of the grand prize of over $50,000 in cash and prizes. Register online via our social media pages or at www.grenadaautofest.com. Saturday, March 14th at the Royal St. John's playing field, we recognize our partner, Raggedy Renters and Son Company, True Blue Bay Boutique Resort, On The Spot Hardware, and all the companies that sponsored our category prizes. Remember, over $50,000 in cash and prizes to be won. Grenada Auto Fest, Saturday, March 14th, Tantin.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you. With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card. Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before with ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Island, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium.
Welcome back to the news. Chair of the Public Accounts Committee, Emmeline Pear, during a seminar organized by the committee today, reiterated a plea for cooperation from reporting officers. Underpinned by the standing orders of Parliament, the Public Accounts Committee is charged with providing financial oversight and assessing the value for money of government initiatives. We can tell you too, it is intended to be non-political and independent in its review of audited accounts and reports from the Director of Audit. As reporting officers, permanent secretaries and heads of statutory bodies may be called upon by the Public Accounts Committee to submit records or appear in live public hearings. According to Pear, the Public Accounts Committee felt it was important to clarify the role of new reporting officers before embarking on the committee's substantive mission.
Each of you play what I consider to be a very critical role in supporting the work of the Public Accounts Committee. Facilitating the Public Accounts Committee means providing timely and accurate information, responding constructively to audit findings, implementing corrective actions, and viewing the Public Accounts Committee's recommendations as tools for improvement, not for criticisms. Hearings, which is required by the law, that we do public hearings. I saw the eyes open. I have to say to you, you will be required to attend those hearings, which are required to be live and public as well.
Tuesday's seminar follows a December 16 conference which similarly brought together public officers and board members of statutory bodies to clarify roles and responsibilities. Last July, members of the Public Accounts Committee also participated in a training exercise at the United Kingdom Parliament, where they observed the work of the UK's Public Accounts Committee. This is Network News. We're live.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. I am a Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Payments shouldn't slow you down. Tap your phone to pay with Apple Pay or Google Pay. No need to carry cards or even your wallet. Freedom of online shopping that actually works with the Spot Pay Calypso card. Send and receive money with friends, locally and securely. Receive money from the U.S. in seconds and spend it right away. Send and spend across the Caribbean and all over the world. All with one app. Spot Pay. Money reimagined.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot-type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Good evening, sporting fans. The 2026 edition of the Grenada Inter-Secondary Schools Athletics Championships Intercall has officially kicked off with a historic financial commitment. During the formal launch today, February 10, the National Lotteries Authority announced a $350,000 sponsorship package, the largest single contribution ever recorded for the championships. The record-breaking sum marks a significant increase from the $300,000 provided last year and the $255,000 allocated in 2024. General Manager Cindy Henry confirmed that this funding is strategically designed to enhance the quality of the championships and provide direct support to participating schools.
Delighted to share that the National Lotteries Authority has allocated $350,000 towards 2026 intercall secondary school games. These resources will facilitate cash prizes, medals and trophies, and vendor expenses. The NLA believes in providing the foundational pillar for the youth of Grenada to excel, achieve, and flourish in sporting activities.
According to Henry, Intercall has left an indelible mark, not only for the schools, but also for society on a whole.
The Intercall Games provide a platform for intense competition, teamwork, and the exhibition of talent and skills. For the people, the Intercall Games provide a spark of connection and brings about relationships. The National Lotteries Authority, in its mission to intentionally contribute to the development of Grenada and the achievement of its people, is committed to operate with sound principles and channel our resources towards the sustainable development of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. As you invest in us, we reinvest in our youth and the nation.
Meanwhile, security remains a critical component of the championship. Assistant Superintendent of Police, Kenneth Bascom, said the spirit of the Intercall Championships will be maintained at all times.
Our security plan for Intercall 2026 emphasizes 3 key areas. 1, the safety of athletes and officials. That is ensuring that competitors and organizers have uninterrupted access to the facilities and can perform at their best. 2, crowd management. That is to provide clear entry and exit points, maintaining orders in the stands, and ensuring that the energy of the crowd remains positive and supportive. And thirdly, community cooperation, encouraging everyone, that is students, parents, and supporters, to respect the rules, look out for one another, and embody the spirit of unity that Intercall represents.
Superintendent of Police Kenneth Bascom talking there. All right, we can tell you too that let's just get to this story now. The stage is set for a high-stakes clash in the 2026 Independent Secondary Schools Cricket Tournament as St. David's Catholic Secondary School and St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School prepare to face off in the first semi-final on Monday, February 16. The winner of this match will secure a spot in the championship final to take on the powerhouse Grenville Secondary School. This semi-final serves as a massive opportunity for redemption for the Saints of St. David's Catholic Secondary. During the 2025 tournament, the St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary ended the championship hopes of St. David's Catholic Secondary in the same round with a dominant 6-wicket victory. SAS will look to repeat their success behind the talent of Jamie Wickham, whose half-century was pivotal in their last postseason meeting. Meanwhile, St. David's Catholic Secondary will lean on the experience of Desron Mitchell and Nikai Lewis to anchor their batting and overcome the LaBay bowling attack. Waiting in the wings for the winner is Grenville Secondary School, a team who has consistently dominated the secondary school pitch. Well, the West Indies women's team is set to kick off a high-stakes landmark year of cricket this month, hosting Sri Lanka for a 6-match white ball series at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium starting February 20. The tour, consisting of 3 one-day internationals followed by 3 T20 internationals, serves as the primary launching pad for the West Indies campaign toward the 2026 ICC Women's T20 World Cup in England and Wales in June of this year. Coming off an intensive 8-week training camp in Antigua focused on strength, conditioning and leadership, the Maroon Warriors are looking to cement their dominance on home soil. Captain Haley Matthews, who has described the team as better than the side who reached the semi-finals of the last T20 World Cup, will lead a squad bolstered by veteran experience and emerging talent. The series carries significant weight beyond mere match practice. In the T20 international rankings, the West Indies currently hold 6th place, narrowly leading 7th-ranked Sri Lanka. Furthermore, both teams have been drawn into Group 2 for the upcoming World Cup, alongside England and New Zealand, making this series a critical preview of their global tournament clash. The West Indies enter the one-day international leg with a point to prove. During their last encounter in the Caribbean in 2024, Sri Lanka dominated the 50-over format with a 3-0 sweep. That's the sports news for now. Cuba's energy emergency intensified this week after the government announced an imminent depletion of jet fuel supplies, effectively grounding flights across the island. The escalation follows new sanctions imposed by U.S. President Donald Trump 2 weeks ago, blocking Cuba's access to imported oil, including aviation fuel, on the international market. The nation now faces its most severe energy crunch yet, with daily life and essential services under growing strain.
Cuba has announced it's about to run out of jet fuel. Planes can no longer refuel on the island. Another heavy blow to an already beleaguered economy. Acute fuel shortages have gotten even worse after US President Donald Trump announced 2 weeks ago that he'd impose tariffs on any country sending oil to Cuba. This father and son are leaving the country for good.
I'm going to look for a better life because things here are really bad.
On Monday, Air Canada announced it is suspending flights to the island.
Other airlines will pull out too because they can't guarantee fuel for the return trip.
Does that affect you?
Any measure they take is going to affect us. The people are always the ones most affected.
The Cuban government has announced a raft of emergency measures to radically cut back on fuel usage. For example, vital services, they say, are to keep running. Fuel is to be prioritized to food, health, national defense, and to make sure that critical water supply is still reaching regular people. At the same time, hospitals have already shut down in the last days, and across the country, non-vital, non-emergency surgery has been paused. Last year, Venezuela and Mexico were Cuba's main oil providers. But since Nicolas Maduro was abducted by US Special Forces last month, Venezuelan oil deliveries have stopped. On Sunday, Mexico announced that it was sending more than 800 tons of food to the island, but no fuel. President Sheinbaum said her government is talking to Washington to find ways of sending fuel to Cuba without being hit by tariffs.
You can't strangle a people in this way. It's very unjust.
Tourism is one of the island's main sources of hard currency, but right now, you wouldn't know it.
Look around you right now. There are like 3 taxis in a park that's usually packed with them. Lots of my colleagues are now working because they don't have fuel.
In less than a week, the black market price of petrol has doubled. Things things are moving quickly in Cuba. For people across this island nation, the impact of this de facto oil blockade is inescapable. Ed Augustin, Havana, Al Jazeera.
Britain's political landscape shifted as Reform UK declared itself on election war footing, capitalizing on mounting pressure faced by the Labour government over the Epstein Files controversy. Speaking to reporters in Birmingham, the party leader claimed that Reform UK has become the country's largest party by membership and attracted defecting Conservatives.
They paid to see their man, a US-style rally for an insurgent British opposition party capitalising on political fragmentation and a wounded government.
Reform UK is a party riding high. It's been topping polls since the beginning of last year. According to Reform itself, it is now the largest party in the UK by membership. And repeated modelling suggests that if an election were held now, Reform would win easily the most seats in Parliament and most likely form the next government. But is it ready to rule?
Only halfway there, Nigel Farage recently admitted, though he now expects a general election sooner than its scheduled 2029 date.
I do today put this party on a general election war footing. We will make sure that when it comes, whatever it is, that we are ready in every way to fight and to win that election.
Farage positions his party as outsiders, gleefully filling the right-wing vacuum left by the Conservative Party, who they say betrayed conservatism. As proof, Reform paraded poached Tory politicians like Danny Kruger, who I asked if more were on their way.
Nigel does the defections, and he keeps it very close to his chest who he's talking to. But there's a number of Conservative MPs and, of course, many thousands of members and councillors and activists who are giving up on the Conservative Party. And it's a sad thing for those of us who've been part of that party for so long. But we've got to put the country first.
And Lee Anderson, too.
We've got a Prime Minister that cannot lead his own party, cannot lead the country, cannot govern. He's just a Prime Minister in name only. So I don't know when he's going to go. He is going to go. We just don't know when. He's weak, he's pathetic.
Reform's populist anti-immigration politics have drawn growing support from voters disillusioned with a two-party system. May's local elections will be a crucial test of this. Reform UK can smell the blood of a wounded Labour government. They think their time is coming. Rory Challenge, Al Jazeera, Birmingham.
A reminder of the headlines after this. A reminder of the headlines: manhunt underway after prisoner escapes custody while at the General Hospital. Cade Kellon Richards charged with capital murder in death of Alejandro Let Hippolyte. Green Bridge decorations vandalized hours after independence celebrations. Health officials confirmed 3 active tuberculosis cases. Also in the news, regionally, Cuba faces deepening fuel crisis as U.S. sanctions ground flights. Internationally, Reform UK rallies as Labour grapples with Epstein scandal. Plus in the sports news, female Maroon Warriors set for crucial World Cup tune-up against Sri Lanka, while NLA ups the ante with $350,000 sponsorship for the 2026 Intercor Championships. I'm Kenroy. That's all from us in the newsroom right here in the Grenadian capital. Good night.